Katty, Konnie, and Loudmouth, Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry we didn't have you.
Is there anybody out there?
Sorry we didn't have a show yesterday. We didn't because, well, you can still hear it. It's still in my chest. But by golly, we're going to have one tonight, right? So, all the news to know news, right? The world is crazy and we're living it. It's unbelievable. Every single day, there's nothing but bad news, crazy stuff. I even decided I was going to spend some time in Walnut Grove and just forget about it all because it's always bad news. Nothing but bad news.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be a bright side one day.
We've got nuclear subs off of Russia, and we've got saw an article today, and it said that Trump was standing on top of the White House screaming out nuclear war. I mean, crazy stuff like this. You see it, these headlines are just ridiculous. And I just feel like all it does is fuel the fire. Just keep fueling the fire.
Who's reporting that?
It was a YouTube thing I saw, and I thought, he wasn't doing that. I just get tired of hearing all the if it was good news, do you think for 1 second we'd hear it?
Not even.
I mean, I'm getting a little tired of hearing all the bad news. Like to hear a little bit of good news every once in a while.
They don't report any good news.
It's insane. It's totally insane. And today I was at the grocery store with Miss Daisy, and I heard in the bigger town next to us that this guy was at the gas pumps and he told his family to get out of the car and go stand back a ways. And then he just doused himself with gasoline and set himself on fire.
That was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
People are losing their minds. I mean, where's all this crazy insanity coming from? That's what I want to know. Where's it coming from? Was it in the jab? I mean,
something's setting these people off.
What is setting these people off to go so crazy and do such crazy things? I don't even know what to say. It's depressing, and I think I could just live in Walnut Grove for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice.
Well, hello, KMM. It's so good to see you. Yeah, just live in Walnut Grove where everybody's honest and nobody's trying to shoot each other. And, and nobody's
fighting over phones.
Nobody's fighting over phones.
They're riding their horses.
And they're riding their horses and they're having a good time. And
they seem to be happy.
And everyone's happy. That's the truth.
The little things in life.
The little things that make them happy, nobody would be happy with today. But it just makes you sit there and think. We take everything for granted,
so much.
I heard that there was a high school kids were having a party and they were underage drinking and they weren't supposed to be, and the police went over there and I guess they just started shooting, not the police, the kids. What is going on with our teenagers? What's going on with our kids?
When they used to come get us, we just all ran.
You know, there's a new, just so you know, just FYI, just dread. There's a new thing on TikTok. Now, I don't know if you guys realize, but there was the TikTok challenges, like going to school and tearing down the toilet paper rolls off of the bathroom, or tearing out the paper towel rack, or putting soap all everywhere, all over the walls. These were TikTok challenge. Hey, Nana 4. These were the TikTok challenges, and all these kids around the nation were doing these TikTok challenges. It was so cool to do the TikTok challenge. Well, now there's a TikTok challenge, and I want everybody to know about it. It's called super kicking or something. And what they do is they come and they kick your door as hard as they can, and they run.
Your front door?
Yeah. They kick your front door as hard as they can, and they run. Now, the scary thing about that is anybody in this day and age, they heard their door get kicked in real hard. They're coming out, and they're coming out fighting. Why are they doing all of this? Why are they telling our kids to do crazy things like this? I guess 4 kids have already been aimed at, if you want to put it that way.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that.
It just came out. You bet, KMM. I would be more than happy to give prayers for your extended family members. 13-year-old twins with Pecan disease. One is currently in the hospital. You bet. You bet. I'll say prayers tonight for him. I don't even know what to say anymore. Every day there's a new disappointment of some sort, or somebody's out. I don't know if they ever did catch the guy in Montana. Is he still running loose? I know Drummond, they caught him or something. I got to be honest with you guys. I haven't even been keeping up. And I guess Chuck Schumer is slow moving the nominees in, and he asked Trump for some money so that, what was it, $2 billion, so he could make it happen faster. And Trump told him to go to hell. I mean, what is going on? What is going on? Is this stuff that's been going on the whole time and we just didn't know it?
It's embarrassing, but I mean, just look what's going on in Texas with all the Democrats running out of Texas because they don't want to have to be there for a vote that know that they're going to lose. And just like in the Senate, they know the confirmations need to go through, and the more they can stall it, the more they can hold up the agenda of what Trump wants to get done. I mean, I don't know. You can't force them to do anything, but you sure would like to, not physically, but to be able to hold them in contempt of doing their job. Say if you don't show up, you're not going to get paid. If that don't bother you because you're already a millionaire, well, then, you need to step down. We'll get somebody else in here that can do the job. That's what they would do any other place. Can't do the job.
We have 2 parties for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So we have equal balances.
And
they're supposed to be able to get along. But now it's getting this division, and it's gotten to the point that nobody can even compromise.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten ridiculous.
Well, don't say that, because, I mean, the last administration, the Republicans gave Biden everything he wanted. Damn near gave him everything he wanted. And they vote no on everything that nominees that Trump wants to go. They vote. There's not a single Democrat that votes yes.
No, they're all no.
They're all no.
They're all no's. Yep.
Not a single one of them will jump on board and say yes to any of his stuff, because it's just, you just can't do it, or you're going to get.
I was just getting ready to say that. Now it's for the prayers. Her friend is now off of a ventilator, and he's doing much better, right? Thank you guys for the prayers. See, prayer, you know what? Prayer does answer. Hey, Whoopi. Hey, Sputsy. Yeah, prayers are amazing, and we need more of them. I'm glad to hear he's doing much better now than before. And I'll continue to pray for him. If everyone doesn't know, Nana Tafur is Linda, and she's doing the night shift and she's babysitting tonight, so that's why she's in the chat. And we'll continue to pray for her friend. His name is Eddie. We'll all say prayers for Eddie that he bounces back and he gets well quick. I was just talking to a really good friend of mine that is a very strong diabetic. And
strong diabetic or bad diabetic?
Bad diabetic, you know, whatever, however you want to put it. However you want to put it. He's a bad diabetic. And he has this machine he takes for his insulin. And he needed it, and it was two weeks and he hadn't heard anything. 2 weeks. And then he gets a letter and it says that his insurance won't cover it anymore. He needs something else. He has to wait 2 weeks to find out that his insurance doesn't cover it. Then they turned around and said he needed these other things. So then he went through it all and said, okay, well, send me whatever it is I need. And they said, well, we'll send which one you decided you wanted to the doctor. Yeah. And we'll send what you decided you want to the doctor. And then the doctor will make his decision. And he wrote a letter to him and said, why are you changing something that's working? Why do I have to have something new?
Why is the insurance company dictating
what you can have?
What you can have to get better.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. The medical field is out of control because due to high insurance companies. And what is and he told me, he said, I've got insurance. I pay for it privately, and he got a bill for $1,200 for blood work and labs. What did his insurance pay? And he pays big premiums a month.
Small premiums and large deductibles.
Lab work shouldn't even be that.
Or you pay higher premiums with lower deductibles.
The medical field is getting scary. People are at the point that they would rather be sick than go to the doctor because they can't afford it.
Got to find their own remedies
whatever it takes, home remedies to figure out how to make yourself better. You know, and why? We shouldn't be like this. If we would have marched across the border, we would have had it all for free. Doesn't it say to take care of your own before you help other people? Aren't you supposed to take care of your own home and then you can reach out and help other people? We're not taking care of our own. We're taking care of people that are coming across the border.
I keep bringing it up. How many people in their streets are just completely tore up, and you hear the budget of their town says, "Oh, we need another 1.5 million, to do this stretch of roads in these neighborhoods that are got potholes and everything everywhere," and we just get through sending 2.5 billion or $200 billion to some other country, and it's like that should be here for us, fixing our streets, making this country look good, and we just piss our money away to other people, and it's getting laundered back into something.
It's going somewhere.
Yeah, it's going somewhere. Somebody's becoming rich off that stuff.
You know what? Linda was telling me her friend, because of the pain, they gave him morphine, but they also gave him fentanyl. I thought we were stopping the fentanyl.
It can still be prescribed.
Oh, in the hospital, they're giving it to him.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's cheap.
Yeah, but it's very addicting.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? I mean, there's a lot of questions, and there are no answers. And then I heard today, well, actually, Clyde was talking a little bit about it, but so I guess there's going to be in September some really big court trials, guys, and they're going to be in Florida.
They said it could take 6 months to get the grand jury to.
6 months to get the grand jury. They're going to move it out of Washington, D.C. And who do you think is going to be up on trial?
It's going to be all the top clowns. If they're if the grand jury sees the evidence the way everybody else says they have it, there's a lot of people that could go down pretty hard, which would make my day. Then they need to look into the 2020 election. They still need to let us know what's going on with these people that tried to assassinate Trump. I mean, it's all just kind of swept away. It's like, what the heck? Are we ever going to find out?
Well, they're having to move the trial to Florida because they can't have it in Washington, D.C. Because you know why? I bet you can put that together, huh?
There's a little bias there.
And then I read in Washington, D.C., the kids or the teenagers are going completely wild, and they're mugging people and
They've gone nuts.
We got to get a hold of our kids. We got to get a hold of our kids, our teenagers. You know, that they have indoctrinated them to think that they can do no wrong. Okay, I've got to talk about this. This really irritates me a little bit, and I want to follow up with it because it's been on my heart all day, and I've got to talk about it. Carmelo Anthony's trial. Let's talk about that for a second. Everybody knows what he did. We know how he went in there and he did what he did. All right? So this white character has put him in a boxing program, right? Everybody knows about that. He's in a boxing program because the kid doesn't know how to fight. Well, you know, maybe he shouldn't have done what he did. He knew how to fight with a knife, didn't he? Anyway, so they put him in a boxing program because he's still free and running the streets and is able to, right? Right? So he's in a program, and this boxing program that he's in is backed by the blue. And it comes with a program that teaches you critical thinking and how to make decisions on how to fight and when to fight. You see this whole thing? Do you see how this is all going to unravel? What's going to happen is the prosecution will pick this up and say, he's learned his lesson. He's gone through this program. He's gone through the same training as the police force, and now he knows critical thinking. Well, wait a minute. Maybe he should have known critical thinking before he went underneath the tent and decided to use a knife. But you watch. You mark my words. You mark my words. What'll end up happening now is Carmelo Anthony will probably get off. Because they'll use it that he's gone through all these programs and he thinks much better now.
He's black.
And no, it wasn't right. It's not right at all.
No justice.
There is no justice. What would happen if we all just stood up and said, start marching in the streets and said, what did they say? No something, no justice. But they're always marching up and down the street, screaming and
no peace,
no
justice.
No peace, no justice. I mean, is this not a division? This is what they want. They're causing a division. And this kid should have known. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't a little kid. He wasn't 4 or 5 years old. The kid is 18 years old. He knew what he was doing. And now they're putting him through the same program that they put our police force through, and a boxing program. So it teaches him how to box. And it's MMA boxing too.
Mhm. Maybe it's getting him ready for prison.
No, they probably won't even go. See, this is the thing. He probably won't even do any time over it because they know exactly what the rules to do and how to use it.
Get him rehabilitated.
They're going to rehabilitate him before he ever has to go before the judge. And the Diddy pardon, well, that's not going to happen. That judge said, the judge on the Diddy case said he's not releasing him due to he knows that he has an anger problem. And then he also said that the jury didn't do right in how they found him not guilty in all charges, but two. So that's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens here. It looks like they're going to drum up some more charges on him. See, a plea deal, that's exactly what it is, KMM. A plea deal in the making. And you know, if I were the Metcalf family, I would be so livid. I lost my son and you're going to plea deal. This kid didn't even, I mean, he could have stabbed him anywhere, but no, he stabbed him right in the heart. There's no words for it. There's just no words for it.
Insanity.
And now they're going to go kicking our doors as hard as they can and running. Instead of knocking and running, they're going to kick our doors and run. Because this is what TikTok tells them to do. Now, I don't know if I'll see any of that down here, but I'm sure that you guys will probably see it in the big cities.
Well, they got it going everywhere. TikTok's everywhere.
I can't remember what it was called, super kicking or something. It was something crazy. And they just walk up to your door at night and just kick it as hard as they can. Do you not think that if they kick it too hard, they're going to kick the door open? Right? What then? I know that Texas has the right to protect law.
Somebody's going to get shot.
That's what's going to happen. Someone's going to get hurt.
When you break somebody's door, they're going to start getting chased. And then you're going to hear,
and what are
my boy wouldn't do anything like that.
Well, you're going to hear, TikTok told us to do it. TikTok told us to do it. If TikTok told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it?
Go play on the highway.
Yeah, remember all those things that we used to hear? Go play on the highway and go jump off the next bridge or whatever.
Go play on the highway.
Guys, this world, we need to do a lot of praying because look how much it's changed just since January. And I don't think it's because of who's in office. I think maybe they made it this way so it makes the person that's in office look bad. Because we were not on a good road the way we were. Just saying.
We were divided.
Everybody knew it.
We've been divided since Obama.
We've been divided for quite a while. Yeah. And in September, when these court hearings come up,
you could see there's always been a division, but it's been.
Well, when the court hearings come up and we see Hillary Clinton and these people go before the judge, what does it matter? What does it matter? Right? Like she said, what does it matter?
They're already dead.
What does it matter?
What does it matter?
That's what she said.
That was the Benghazi.
That was the Benghazi thing. What does it matter? Well, it matters because those kids, those guys that passed there were somebody's kids. It matters.
Somebody's kids, somebody's dad, somebody's sons.
Hey, Teddy. Yeah. It was somebody's kid, somebody's dad, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle. It matters. All lives matter. And she said, what does it matter? Well, would it have mattered if Chelsea had been there?
That's
Just
not
saying.
even what she's up on.
Oh, she's up for
she's up for Russiagate.
she's up for the Russiagate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her and
Trying to overthrow,
start a coup.
yeah, undermine the presidency. I mean, it's they always say the communism. You accuse your people of the other side of doing what you're doing, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were trying to accuse Trump and everything of what they already did, colluding with Russia, or you say you were one thing, but we're actually the one doing it, and you never. This time, hopefully, they get caught, and hopefully they can.
Well,
They can be brought up, put on the news media, the fake news or whatever you want to call it, that they've got to come out and be held accountable for the lies that they were telling. And whether they get sued for telling the lies and not, picking sides. The news should not be picking sides. They should be telling the news. And I mean, we're picking sides, but hell, we're right here. This is my home. We can pick sides if we want. If you're out on the news channels,
you're supposed to be non-biased.
The only thing you can get on the news that's halfway real is the weather and the sports. Those are the two things that they can't lie about. A team won or team lost, or if you got rain, or if it's sun shining, or whatever.
Well, they might. They'll try to. Well, no, what they'll do is create it instead.
Well, that's here and there. I mean, but the weather's the weather. The sports is the sports, but they can make up all the crap they want about what's going on in your neighborhood and who's good and who's bad, and they can make you try to pick sides. And
it's sad. It's a very sad situation that
the last 10 years or so. I mean, we've got family members that we hardly even talk to anymore, and just because of what we stand for, and it's not us thinking we still love to go over, but you start bringing up our politics, like, it doesn't go good over there.
No.
And it shouldn't be that way. It's like, man, we used to have good old times out barbecuing, and
it used to be that whatever was going on was going on. Mm-hmm. Did you, think about this, guys. I know that politics have always been kind of an important thing, Democrat, Republican, whatever. But has it been in the forefront and as bad as it is right now, ever?
I think maybe because we didn't pay attention as younger people,
Or maybe it's because we're finding out things that we
should have been paying attention a lot sooner than what we were. And I think politics, it's good that we understand politics, and it needs to be taught to our younger generation, but it needs to be taught in a way that you can have a discussion and not just shut one side down. You invite somebody over to your house and they don't want to hear what you have to say, but it's your own dang house.
Say hi. Are you going to say hi? See? I told a lady at the store today she had the prettiest long-haired Dachshund I'd ever seen. And I went down and what was her name? Can't remember what she said. Her name is such and such, and I pet her and I said, I like her better than I do people. She goes, thank you. Have a great day.
I don't care about you. I kind of like my puppies. I like my puppies.
I wanted to do a day, and I'm still working on it. I haven't figured out exactly which day. But I want to do a day where it's nothing but good news.
We'll start out in Walnut Grove.
We'll start off in Walnut Grove, and we'll end in Walnut Grove. Mm-hmm. And Mrs. Beadle will be our teacher. And we'll forget about Nellie Olson and Harriet Olson and Willie. We'll just talk about everybody else. Because you know what? It's so sad.
If you're absolutely going crazy, tune in to Little House on the Prairie.
I'm telling
and
you.
just binge watch it because it's the goofiest thing, but it's like it changes your whole mindset on a crazy day.
It does.
And it really, I mean,
it does. It makes you. It gives you the feeling,
yeah,
the warm feeling inside,
and it's warm and fuzzy, and it's over. You know, and it's like wow.
and it makes you forget that somebody's out there kicking your door.
And if you can watch, 3 or 4 in a day, it actually is. It's actually kind of soothing. Believe it or not, it's soothing.
Yep,
And
a ton. All the carefrees of so and so's at large or so and so. I don't know. Honestly, I'm ashamed to even tell you, but I'm sure there was a mass shooting today too, and where I have no idea.
we've been in Walnut Grove.
Because I've been in Walnut Grove all day. And I've been learning my lessons from right? Sputsy, I have been in Walnut Grove all day learning my lessons from Walnut Grove. And they didn't have any major news and no shootings for me to tell you. So I apologize for that. Nobody was on trial. Oh, I take that back. Nellie ran off to marry this kid, and Mrs. Olson tried to shoot the kid that married him. So, of course, it didn't happen. But I'm just saying, I didn't have to. Sometimes you need to escape reality for just a minute because it is so bad out there. Everywhere you turn, people are frustrated. They're depressed.
What I've liked about watching it, one part of it, is all the characters that you see. They had like Johnny Cash and June Carter.
Oh yeah, you know what? Have you ever sat and watched each one of them and pointed out how many great big stars were on there?
As kids, and then you're going, man, I know that kid from somewhere. He's done something now, or in the '90s or something, in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just a little kid back in the '70s and early '80s when this came out, and so it's pretty neat to watch. It's like,
I told Clyde, I said, look. See, there you go, north and south. That makes it, north and south is good too. It's, it's a wholesome feeling. I'm sorry, they don't have those kind of shows right now. And there's always a little lesson to be learned in each one of them.
Trying to watch Yellowstone, that got a little crazy. Good story, but got crazy.
Well, and Landman is getting just as crazy.
I know.
I mean,
good shows, but it's like
the Waltons. We all need to go back and watch the Waltons. I would like to live in Walnut Grove, or where were the Waltons at? They lived on Waltons Mountain.
Maybe we'll have to go back and
I'm gonna have to go binge watch the Waltons now. The nice feeling of being able to escape. Yeah, I don't want crazy either. I think if we had some wholesome shows instead of who's doing who, 90-day whatever, 90-day fiance, 90-day whatever, 90-day survival, 90-day naked and afraid. I mean, really?
I'm just afraid to be naked. Jeez. Nobody wants to see this. Man, jeez. Come on.
You know what I mean? Wow. I love wholesome shows too.
I mean, we got to live in reality, but it's nice to get away sometimes. And
it is, and you know what? It warms up your heart because, man, there's a lot of bad out there. You can go from 0 to 199 in about 2 seconds, listening to all this stuff of who's doing what, who's at large, and the guy that shot the parent or stabbed the parents, and we had eyes on wanting to grab the kids, and he was a teacher. I mean, McCain, McGain, whatever his McGain, and then you got Drummond, and I'm not sure what Drummond did, but he's another one. And I mean, we could go on and on and on and on and on. It's why? It's like somebody has just flipped a switch on crazy. Yeah, you do. Spudsy, I'm telling you, about 2 or 3 straight days of Little House on the Prairie, and you're ready to face reality again and look out there. And then when after you get done, you look around and you think, wow, these people are really angry. They're really angry and they're mad and they're,
they're worried about stuff that they really shouldn't have to be worried about.
Isn't that the what is the Serenity Prayer? Worry about the things you can take care of and leave the things that you can't take care of to God. Because if you worry about everything all the time, you will go crazy. Some things we can't take care of. We sure can't stop Russia from being over here with their nuclear subs. Why? Why? What good is that going to solve? So while everyone goes to Russia and they watch all of that stuff, I'm in Walnut Grove watching Mr. Edwards singing about Old Man Tucker was a fine old man. Because I tell you what, today's life is so hard. We just need to pray every day. And I think the collective, the more we pray, the better it's going to get. I can't imagine it going south this quick.
We're either going to get it back or we're not.
Well, that's a heck of a way to say it.
We have to fight for it, or...
Benny, fight him. Fight him, boy.
Oh, seriously.
I know.
I mean, if you keep your head down and you think it's all just going to get better and you're not doing anything.
No, it's not going to get any better, but we can sure pray about it. And the things that we can't take care of for ourselves, we can pray about that. The things that we can do, then we can take care of that. Yes, pray every day. Yes, and over everything you consume. Pray for our people in office that they're making the right decisions. And if they don't have sense God promised to Goose, then pray that they're not there anymore.
Pray they can be elected out.
Don't put a commie in power. I mean, that's kind of scary, the guy in New York. That's really scary. And I didn't know, but the arches of Baal that they paraded through the United States. Well, I didn't know Syria were building arches of Baal either. I just learned about that last night, and I thought, it's just, I'm going to say, just like Carolyn Ingalls would have said, it's just plumb evil, So that's what we need to do. We've got to look at the brighter side of things, right? Even though it's kind of gloomy and hard to see anything good. We get blessings every day.
You get up and go to work. And
our first blessing is being able to wake up in the morning. And my second blessing is I'm getting over this thing, because I'll tell you what, if you'd been here on Saturday listening to me, I didn't sound very good. I sound better today than I did on Saturday.
Yep.
So it's breaking up, and that's why I sound a little bit bad.
No idea how you caught anything.
And you know what? Learn a lesson. When you go to the grocery store and they have those little wipes, those wipes outside the door, wipe the handle off. My mom tells me that every time we go, and I went to the grocery store and didn't wipe the cart thing off, and I think that's where I caught it.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
Because my mother is a very smart woman.
Always listen to Mom.
I'm going to start listening to Mom more often. I'm gonna be okay, Sputzy. Thank you, thank you. And we need to say prayers for Eddie. He's off the ventilator, but he's got a long road to go. So everybody say prayers for Eddie. May the good Lord bless him and have him bounce back quick. We need all of our warriors healthy. And my nose itches. We need our prayer warriors all healthy. Because I think that this is the beginning. It's not supposed to be for too long, but I think it's the beginning. If you think about it this way, as quick as it started, it could end just as quick, right?
What's it?
All this trouble that we're having right now.
God, I know.
So as quick as it started, it can end just as quick.
If we can get a strong economy, people working,
people back to work. You guys don't realize how many people are out of work.
People having money to pay for the things that they need and they want without feeling like they're strapped.
Right.
There's no reason for anybody with our economy, because we're giving billions of dollars away to other countries so they can, figure out why shrimp are gay, or however what they're doing with our money. Of course, we know they're not doing that with the money. They're laundering it through something. But there's no reason for us to be struggling as a country. There's no reason for us to be struggling.
No.
But that's where they want us. They want us
under thumb.
They want us to be struggling so that we have to turn to our government for help. And Trump, whatever he's trying to do to get jobs back in this country, they are fighting him tooth and nail,
right,
to keep illegals in this country so they can keep our wages lower. And it's just...
We're trying to bring our pharmaceuticals to the United States so that we manufacture our own medication.
I mean, come on. He wants to...
Is that a no-brainer or what?
He's bringing steel back to our country so we can, make our own steel. Because
build our own bridges.
If you have to go to war and you got to build tanks and planes and everything, oh, hold on, I need to get my steel from overseas, who I'm fighting with, so I can build my... It's like,
hold the fire! Can you send us a boatload?
That's just,
boatload of steel.
That's just dumb. And what, they sink it on the way over? It's just dumb. How did we get ourselves into this? How did we let our country go to this? Because we were blind. We were blind. We had the thinking that, oh, we'll just go to Walmart and buy our cheap stuff there. And they just say, oh, yeah, we're rolling back prices. No, you're not.
They're not rolling back anything. Nope, they're not.
Rolled back crap.
Think about it. What was the biggest store? The biggest, it did better than Walmart. It was Temu. Temu got so big, so quick. And it was because, you know what? It was affordable. Nobody cared if they had to wait. That's what cracked me up. It took 3 weeks to get whatever it was that you needed or wanted. But you know what? People waited 3 weeks because it was affordable. Then they started putting the tariffs and on the shipping, and Temu sunk. Just that quick.
Where was your stuff coming from? Over in China?
It was coming from China, but it was the prices were so good. People were going there instead of buying the same thing that was made in China at Walmart. And it's not supposed to be that way, Sputzy. It wasn't supposed to be that way. We weren't supposed to be paying the tariffs. What's happened is these big businesses it's an excuse. It's an excuse. Look at this.
Mm.
President Trump is going after the Federal Reserve for not dropping the interest rates. Powell is refusing to drop the rates, anti-Trumper. If the rates drop, the economy would fall off. You're right. If they drop the rates where people could afford, there's so many houses right now that are vacant because nobody can afford them.
Trump even said, look, lower the interest rates. If inflation starts coming back, you just raise the interest rates. But lower them and let's see what happens. You lowered them twice in 2024. I know you were trying to help Biden keep elected.
Remember when Bernie Sanders did that thing where everybody could own a home? And he made sure no matter whether you had enough money to pay the home or not, you could buy it.
That's what they were trying to everybody to afford a home.
Yeah, everybody.
And
you
the
got
market crashed.
Yeah, because you could afford a home no matter whether you were making minimum wage.
Everybody deserved a home. Well,
you know what? You're right. You know what? Look at your credit cards, for Pete's sake. 29% interest on a credit card. That's your average credit card.
They're trying to lock everybody. Go get a credit card. I'll pay it early. I'll pay it on time. It's like
29% interest.
How do you live in an economy when you're so far behind that you put everything on credit?
This is where they turn around and they say the rich just keep getting richer. Well, at 29% interest, you know why the rich is getting richer.
Somebody is.
You know what? We need to be like they are. Wallet rape. Yep. And you know what? We need to be like in Walnut Grove. Cash on the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, guys. Seriously.
And I mean, they're buying carts full of lumber, and that'll be $8.
I know.
Like, what is it, a half a cent a foot or what? Yeah.
You know what he said? He said, "I'll sell my whole farm," and it had a barn and a house and all the crop, and he was going to sell it for $100. And I thought, wow.
And people were like, I can't afford that.
Yeah, and people were like, they couldn't afford. It just, we shouldn't have to live like this. Yeah, we shouldn't have to live like this. And when they say we're only making the rich richer, do you know the most important thing that when you go to ask for something is, what is your credit score? It's really kind of sad.
I'll be right back.
Okay. It's really kind of sad that this is where we're at. That you are judged by your credit score. Things happen. And people fall on hard times. And sometimes their credit goes down. Doesn't mean they're bad people. But the credit card companies, what they do is they give you this wonderful card and they give you this great big amount. And this little thing in the back of our heads tell us, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and charge it. I'll pay it off next month. And then something happens next month. And that card just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Pay your minimum and it never goes away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'd like to ask you a question. What is your income? They ask that too. Yeah. Let me see what your income is so I can give you a credit card that is 2 times more than you can pay, but we're going to give you the limit, right? I mean, knowing good and well that you're going to go in there and think to yourself, well, I need to get this now and I'll pay it next month.
When you have kids and you got to put gas in the car.
Yep.
And your kids are crying because they're hungry.
Yep.
You're going to do what it takes to do it.
Yep, you are.
And if you go into debt or not.
Yep. Yep.
And
yep. Yep.
And then they force you in. I don't say they force you, but
it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
hanging over your head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We need to do this. We have to do this. We don't have the money. Well, guess what? I've got this extra right here, this extra, and it's a little piece of plastic.
And you always tell yourself this is for emergencies only.
Yep.
And
yep. And we're only going to use it.
What becomes an emergency? You know, is it tires for your car or to run over to McDonald's?
Both.
You know, it can be both. You know, if you're starving.
Yep. Yep.
Of course, you can always.
Or you know
McDonald's has gotten crazy though. $10 for
a hamburger. $10 for a hamburger at McDonald's.
It's same old crap that they had
for $1.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in God knows how long.
I'm not eating at McDonald's anymore.
5-10 years.
I am boycotting McDonald's.
So we should.
You know, I mean, come on, their dollar menu, there is no dollar menu. And by the way, I don't know if it's hit your town. It's coming to a town near you. It's no longer the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I remember when it was 15 cents too.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer the Dollar Tree. It went to $1.25 tree, and now it's $1.50, and some items are $1.75. How about that, guys? How about that? You know? And we all know that all that stuff in there is made in China, but okay, so now we're going to raise it 50 cents? It's raised, some things have raised 50 cents and some things have raised 75 cents because it used to be a Dollar Tree. Yep, it's going to be a $2 store. That's exactly what it's going to be before too long. It won't be the Dollar Tree. It's going to be Dos Dollar Tree.
Dos amigos.
The double Dollar Tree.
Bring more pesos.
Right? I mean, everybody's going to the Dollar Tree. They're not lacking in business. Yeah.
I mean, if you need to go pick up on dishwashing soap and you get over there for $2 versus going to your local store and they want to charge $5.
Yeah, you pick up a couple things of you know,
dishwashing soap.
I'll tell you what the Dollar Tree does have, but now it's probably I know it's $1.50 or it might be $1.75. I haven't seen what the difference is. I know that I paid $1.50 for a bunch of stuff, but they have a milk that sits on the shelf for a year. It doesn't expire and it tastes just like milk.
Liquid?
What is it? Yes. What is it?
Is it something like milk?
It tastes just like it.
But it's not milk.
It says milk.
But
it says milk.
Look and see what's inside it. Drink it. Because milk's not good for you anyways. So whatever they're trying to call that can't be.
Yeah. How about that? It's good for a year. So if you guys are doing any prepping in case, well, that's a good thing to have on your shelf.
Think about. Yeah.
You know, the Dollar Tree milk that's good for a year. Oh, I guess. Oh, that's cockroach stuff. No, don't ask. Oh, Sputsy, don't tell me cockroaches stuff. You know what? See, I'm going to be afraid to eat anything. I'm going to go on. Right now, guys, I'm on a fast. It's my first day. I'm going to go 3-day fasting. Because I need to, want to, feel the desire to, want to clean out my system. So I'm going to fast for 3 days.
Reset your brain.
I'm going to reset my brain, and it's going to live. By golly, it's going to live in Walnut Grove, one way or the other.
Yep. That's how we do it.
Right? Well, guys, it's just about that time, and I can feel it. It's coming on. I'm getting ready to go through a real hard coughing spree, and I don't want to do that for you. This coughing jag. So, it's been wonderful.
Thanks for all coming by.
Thanks for sharing an hour with us. We love being around you guys. And
We'll say our prayers.
We'll say, yeah, say our prayers. Everything's going to get better. It's just got to. I feel like Laura now. It's just got to. All right, guys.
Someone's fighting me.
All right, guys. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you sometime this week. Probably not tomorrow,
Night,
but
guys.
I'll see you on Thursday. Love y'all. Good night.
From shady news to crime so rough, you already know we just can't make this stuff.